what it is. Want to welcome you down to Wayvy Grayvy. You are on the main show. Daryl Edmund Oathbreaker Co. Today we got our man Jeeves here and Singapore's veteran in the metal industry. Every rage I seek, my man. Welcome down.
Thanks, man.
So happy to have you guys down. These fuckers are veterans. I mean, shit, 2007. You guys, that's 14 years together. I mean, I know marriages that don't last that long. So I mean, like
TV shows that last that long.
Fucking hell! So how do you guys keep it spicy, keep it interesting? Working together, getting all the songs out. How do you guys mold this? Keep this relationship so molded. I think a lot of people a lot of couples would like to know that as well.
I think it boils back down to the chemistry that we have between us lah. Like how it is, like we pick on each other, we tease each other, and I think that's one of the key factors that really make us stick together. And then we literally, it's all about the chemistry lah when it comes to the band.
Firstly, I would consider us veterans. I would never say
Experienced. It's been a fucking long ass time, bro. Like 14 years old. Considering now, you guys are veterans. Maybe you're just too humble.
No lah.
It's just that we don't see ourselves as veterans because it's something that we like to do. It's just something hobby, we just do it because we enjoy it. That's all. We don't really go out there and like, I want to be like this. Like there's no specific objective that we were going for. We just do it because we enjoy it.
You enjoy it, you mind your business, just do what the fuck you want to do lah.
Correct.
So, I mean, like, on that point, right? So like we come and do our stuff based on passion. So every time when we come and do it, we sincerely like what we are doing. So whatever that comes out for our craft is also like based on whatever we like lah. So that is as far as interesting goes lah, because whatever we like, then that's what we'll put out lah.
Okay, alright. So I mean, then I guess that is the chemistry that you guys have is very important, and the fact that it's like one of those things that if you love your job, you never work for a day. You just go, you do what you love. So I think because sometimes some bands they start off like this, I like to do this, and after a while it suddenly becomes a job. For them. So I guess for you guys, it's never been that. There has never been an issue lah.
Not really. I mean, like it's also one of the ways that because we grow up doing this and like all those teenage angst and stuff like that. So it's one of those avenues where
Green Day.
I know you guys from Muay Thai, so it's like apart from kicking the pads, like for me it's also like perform, and just raging it out on stage. So I guess. I don't know about them, but for me at least personally, it's also something another avenue that I can really vent my emotions.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, especially like with the kind of music that we play, like how some people after a bad week they like to go to a bar, grab a beer. We like to go to the studio and just
we know that feeling all too well, bro.
So that is really our outlet right there. Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. And again, not saying veterans, but you guys have been out there for a very long time. So I mean, if you could, just enlighten the people out there based on what you think. Could you just name us 3 like that's really fucking criminally underrated bands you think that they should deserve more attention out there?
I think at the top of my head right now, one of the bands that we have performed with before a couple of years ago was Voxite. It was a female fronted vocalist, and I mean, like, I can see that they remind me a bit of how we started off, like playing small shows and things like that, and slowly just keep on doing your thing, and then subsequently be where you're at because of your hard work. So I think Voxite, it's one of the bands that I can think of at the top of my head.
Voxite, local or
local? Yeah.
Are they still together?
I think so. I think they just released a new song.
Yes, they are still together. They are still in the studio recording, if I'm not wrong.
Shit, I might get in touch with them. I'd love to play that shit on the show. Alright, Voxite, alright.
Nice guys. Yeah. Me. So mine would probably be this band from Johor. They call themselves Purbawara.
Okay.
So they're very evil sounding, dark sounding, but yet the most down to earth dudes ever. And we met from our shows in Malaysia, and from the first time that I listened to them, it's like, oh wow, I don't know if there's anything like that in Singapore at all. So wow, they need to come here, you know, and play with us, you know. So
might note their name down as well.
yeah, Purbawara.
Right. And if they do come here, don't forget to bring some Rumbly burgers, bro. Cause
Come on, Singapore Ramly Burger cannot make it, bro.
Some more no pasar malam.
You know, and I know it. I like Singaporean, but
yeah.
because of food, you gotta go to the other side, bro.
Yes, their music too.
Yes.
Their music too.
Okay.
Okay.
Then how about one more band?
I would say Monocycle from Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, this band called Monocycle, because they strike off as a underrated band because visually they are not just good in terms of their songs. They are very entertaining to look at even live.
Oh, stage presence and everything.
Stage presence and everything. They choreograph certain parts, not to be as cheesy as a choreographed band is live, right? But they are very, very, very good, very good.
Monocycle.
Yes.
Alright, I'll check them out. And you know what I noticed actually, Jeeves didn't get the memo that we're wearing all black today.
Yeah.
What the fuck
That's
is
why
he
I mean, I know,
wearing?
like,
You had
because
one
I'm
job,
Indian, so
bro.
no man. What is this color? Curry? I don't know.
Before Jeevan brings out any more of the shit, I'll kick in the first song is by a band that I personally think that should be out there a bit more. It's a Singaporean band, Sun Eater, with one of the more famous songs entitled Patriot. So you want to check this one out. Peace.
Stick close to your own kind. It keeps our future pure.
That was Sun Eater with a fucking awesome track, Patriot. So check those guys out. You know what I'm talking about. So moving on, my man Jeevan. I think you got a question. He brought up this question when we were discussing, and I think it's a fucking good question, and I would like to know the answer to it.
Okay, so a friend of mine once brought me to Baybeats, and I saw all these bands performing. You know what? Like when I got to find out more about Baybeats, I realized that Baybeats is the gold standard. It is the top tier, the cream of the crop. It is the best of the best get to perform with Baybeats, right? And for you guys, I do, because you guys have performed Baybeats once before. So like, I just want to know, like, being up there on stage is a very different experience. Like, so for you guys, when you were up there performing, did y'all feel a pressure, or was it just like it's another regular Tuesday, like another day in the office for y'all? What was it like being up there? Do you have to go like feel that do you all need that pressure hanging over your head, or was it just like?
So we played Baybeats twice. First time in 2017. The second time was last year.
Yep.
For 2017, we auditioned for it.
Yep.
I mean, of course, we were very happy to get the slot up at the Powerhouse, the big stage outdoor.
Yep.
But at the same time, because we audition and we get the slot, we want to make sure that we are worthy of that slot, worthy of that stage. Because we've
earned that stage, earned that spot.
We go to Baybeats almost every year and like check out bands since I was like in school studying.
Dude, we were like so young when we were in the mosh pit.
Yeah. And like, some childhood dream of we like, hopefully one day we get to play there someday.
Right.
And finally, eventually we did. Of course, from our own hard work, we auditioned and we got it through.
Actually, even before that, we actually auditioned twice, right? And we didn't get through.
Yeah. So that was the first audition.
2017 was. Sorry?
No, wasted. Our audition never get.
Yeah, I mean, like we submitted our music and all. Then one of it we went for audition and then we didn't get through. And then the other one, I don't think we even got the call. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But the 2017 was, I guess, it was the biggest highlight for the band. And also, I guess it's just Sui, it's like the 10th year, the band since the band got together. So yeah, definitely the pressure is there. Definitely the pressure is there. But I mean, like we just keep telling ourselves, it's just another normal show, but with a bigger stage. Yeah.
But really, to answer your question, I remember quite vividly, like at the backstage, that 2017.
Having a panic attack at the back.
Balls out on my throat, man. I was literally downing. I don't know how many Red Bulls, jumping around, doing push-ups.
I remember that.
You have to. You have to. If not, you get cold.
Do you guys have like any like pre-concert rituals? Like you're like pray or like?
We had a staycation the night before. That was how nervous we were.
Dude, okay, that's.
Helps though.
Yeah.
So maybe next time before your fight, you can staycation.
Bro. Idea.
Staycation, my coach, my cut man. So like staycation, you're like acoustic. Like you take the pillow, your
just chill.
Right.
We didn't even think about Baybeats.
It's kind of like it's the calm before the storm.
You guys were already practicing quarantine before quarantine was a thing. True. Actually, now that you mention it, you said Baybeats. So you went 2017, 2020, right? Okay. Here's when we interviewed with the Villains, right? They brought a very interesting point. Because when I went for Baybeats, which is I think about 2 years ago, right? The landscape for music changed. It was more like indie bands, more poppy and all that, right? But then when you brought a mosh pit, I'm like, so when did the transition happen from like when you went, right? It was all like this hardcore and all this like edgy music, and then fast forward like 5, 6, 7 years on the road, I'm going to like Baybeats and I'm listening to like some girl with a guitar with a fucking ukulele out there like pouring her feelings out, and I'm like, what happened here?
I don't blame them, I think they're just going with the times.
Right.
And maybe 10 years ago, all the trend was the rage music, and I mean, Baybeats is, at the end of it all, they are an alternative music festival. Yeah, and
it's a bit too alternative, bro.
To it, right?
Too alternative.
Yeah, so these days, like whatever the crowd calls for, like hip hop or whatsoever, they bring it to the table. So I think it's good on Baybeats' part. Yeah.
Okay. This is a very fair point. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I mean, if you're talking about the hip hop, and also sooner or later you might see a Tupac hologram. Tupac, that one I fucking go down.
You never know, bro.
Okay, Tupac, I'm not in Singapore, macam. Really make Tupac do that.
No, but the thing is, as bands, like we have to cater to that part of the crowd too. So there are some bands that right now that they come out with beats together with their metal tunes, Yeah, they're incorporating some like hip hop elements into their metal songs.
So your next collab with Young Raja lah.
That would be so
We haven't
Yeah,
talked
about
about
it before.
I think it'd be good. It's like
Yeah.
y'all will do something that Limp Bizkit could never do. Sorry.
Chocolate starfish.
Y'all can show them how it's done.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool though.
Yeah, imagine your next collab Young Raja.
Alright, fuck. And, you know,
If you can't afford him, just give me a call. I can dye my hair green too. I'll turn up.
Alright, you.
you dye
Alright.
your shirt already, what color?
This is curry sauce, okay? This is curry sauce.
Aiyo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on before Jeevan shoots himself in the foot again. Alright, so you know, your style is a blend. You know, you got deathcore, death metal, progressive. So before I got into metal, also everything was just metal.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, so for the people out there, you know, maybe you can give them a short brief into, you know, what these mixes are, these different subgenres, and how they make every rage I seek. Like why you pick out these different subsections.
So I think it's more of like a blend of different what do you call it?
Genres.
Subgenres.
Yeah, and I think from the beginning, all of us, although we associate our music with metal, but we tend to lean more onto one side of the metal or the hardcore or whatever you call it. Like for me, I started out, I mean, in terms of music, I started from boy bands, and then after that I went up to like rock bands and stuff like that.
You buy the Backstreet Boys CD, the first one. Do you buy it?
Bro.
No.
I bought mine
No.
for Pas Malam. First Backstreet Boys CD.
Westlife, coast to coast.
No.
You young lah. That's why.
Hey, come on.
No.
Am I the only one here? Someone back me up on this. Someone.
No, Backstreet Boys or the Backstreet Boys. Then after that, slowly I was into rock, you know. And then suddenly, like, actually the band that actually really appeals to me the most, that leads me to metal, was Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah. So from there, I was like, oh, there can be like a very rough and edgy music plus clean vocals, because I was more into the clean vocals. So from then on, for me, it's like it went diverse lah from there, and then like some of the guys, they prefer a little bit more brute. Like we have our ex-guitarist, Ideal, he was more to like thrash metal kind of, you know, like
Exodus, stuff like that, yeah.
Very guitar oriented songs, and then like deathcore, then there's hardcore. So we try to blend it in and see how it works, and then eventually it works. Yeah, so we make it work lah, basically.
Fine.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work. fine, you know, that's what it is. And you know, talking about making the dream work, the next artist I'm gonna play is my man. See you, not just saying bye to my colleague. So you know, the next song I'm gonna play is by this artist who the music is very, very dreamy, and I love to listen to it when I'm just kicking back and chilling at night. And this could be none other than The Analog Girl with a song from her latest album. The song is entitled Magic Hour. Check this shit out. Peace. Boom! Analog Girl with Magic Hour. We like that, you know, like what I always tell you guys, give her a follow. All the descriptions to the songs of all the info to all the bands, everything is all below. So check out, give those guys a follow, they deserve it. Now, if you could describe your band in 3 words, what would it be?
Melekat.
Betul sih.
That's a word. That's a word.
That is what.
It's a word lah. I mean, it means. What does it mean in Malay?
I know, melekat I also know, but I cannot
Relate.
say it out in English.
My favorite is my Malay friend told me before. It just said cantik, and it was like what?
Wow, the way you pronounce cantik also cannot make it. I never speak Malay, bro.
So do I look Malay? No.
Melekat is like something just glues.
Yeah.
So we.
It sticks to you lah.
Yeah, it sticks.
Okay
Literally.
lah, so if it's 3 words, melekat banyak-banyak ah.
Well, one word I would describe it would be angry lah. So,
Yeah, okay.
as the band name suggests, so the music is full of aggression. You hear, you have a bad day.
Right. But you guys are like the most chill people I've ever met. You know, like that's the irony.
That's the unique point, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like the mainstream media or like an average Joe, would always portray people in a metal band or hardcore band always pissed off. You know,
But
for
everyone's
like-
pissed off generally in life. Everyone's
Yeah,
pissed
but
off.
it's a matter of perspective what you're pissed off about.
I'm pissed off at those people.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, angry, melekat, alright?
Mine would be, I would say, to a certain extent, melodious.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so
I get that.
I think, like we mentioned earlier on, because of the different genre influence that we have, there will always be that certain melody in each of the songs. We make sure that has a pinch of melody.
Yeah, that's what I noticed compared to a lot of other really those deathcore, metalcore bands.
Yeah.
But there is still that melody, and personally for me, when I listen to metal, I'm all about melodic death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really like, wow, I can really appreciate your music as well. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, 2 for 1. Not bad.
Correct.
Alright. And you know, talking about angry, if you guys didn't know, every rage I seek is the acronym for the word Eris, which is the Greek goddess of chaos and discord.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's where you guys draw your inspiration from, you know, all the rage and all the fucking chaos and shit. So now as compared to before, it's even more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on in the world. It's like what Jeeves said, a bit too much.
Yeah.
So with that going on, is it, with all this shit going on, is it easier? Do you find it easier to write music, or does it not make it easier?
I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's easier, but I think for us, it's more to like something that you as a human being you can relate, you know, to all the happenings around the world, that you can relate at a human level. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be poor. You just need to be human, and then you basically can relate whatever is going on in the world.
So that's something that should be quoted. Don't be rich, don't be poor. You just need to be
Trademark.
human. Trademark that shit.
Shit, rich poor, no, as long as you're angry, it's fine, man.
Yes. Yeah. So I think in terms of the lyric wise, I mean, there's a whole bunch that we can write about, but at the end of the day, it's I mean, it's too much. Like you mentioned,
Right,
it's just
right,
too
right.
much to write. But yeah, and I think it's. I wouldn't say it's easy, but I think we can relate to it, lah. Probably that's what.
The only thing that makes it easier is because there's a lot of shit out there that's happening. Then it makes it a bit easier to relate to it.
Yes.
Lah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
it's basically something for everybody in your lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, anger is a universal emotion. Like, it's something that across the board.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, rich or poor. You know, whatever class you are from, whatever you experience, it's a universal emotion that gives your song the appeal that it deserves. You know, like whoever listening to it, right? Whether you're a metal fan or not, you can sense that anger in the song. You know, you can feel and you can relate through, you know, the lyrics and all that, which is kind of which is quite amazing. But you know, metal in general, you know.
Yeah.
We haven't read anything about COVID though.
No.
We wanna get on that.
I'm just getting prepared for all the songs about COVID, all the movies about COVID,
right?
all that shit gonna come out sooner or later.
Yes.
Yeah, then, alright. I mean, at least you know, I like the fact. I mean, I didn't know that your name was short for Eris. Was that acronym?
Honestly.
Okay, this is where the truth comes out. I just googled Eris and it came out, and then
That's
bro.
the secondary link.
No,
That's
bro.
the primary link.
No, bro. Back when we still had a female guitarist in the band, it was donkey years ago. I was just basically what movie was it I was watching? It was a movie that I watched lah. Then after that, they had an acronym for this specific group inside that movie, and then it came out Eris. So I was like, every which I see. You know how last time when we don't have any WhatsApp, you know, we just have like a conference over the phone.
Okay.
And then we're like, hey guys, I think I know, like, I think I came out with a band name. So that's when I was like, every which I seek, short form for Eris. Then I only realized that it was the goddess of Discord, like, I think it's probably several months later.
And for all you younger people out there, not the fucking program Discord, Just so you all know, don't go on Discord. Hey, can you contact me to the goddess of this program? Please, it's not that. Go look that shit up in the dictionary if you don't know what Discord is.
Yeah,
my
so
gosh.
to me it's like, oh shit, it just comes in line with everything.
Right,
you know.
right.
Back then, they had a few bands like we were listening to S.I. Lay Dying. You know, it's like a phrase. Every time I die, and then after that, I was like, which I see, and then if you want short form, Eris.
It works, right?
Yeah, it works. So, and then it to make it even better, like we Google it up, and then it meant like goddess of Discord. I'm like, shit, you know, it works.
It works well with
Right.
the
It just
history.
fits in,
Yeah.
It works well with the history.
do you know where like suddenly like the word Eris hits me? Remember last time you want to download songs or videos, the movie is your version of LimeWire.
Oh, the red color logo.
The red color one, yeah. You want to rip off?
What does it say?
No, it's like
It's a legal software that you can just like download off like.
Wait, did you really do that or not? Because now, you know, so you actually didn't, right? You thought of it.
saw it.
Yeah. No, like
don't-
someone once told me about this software called Eris that you can download stuff off, but I'd never used it
You
before.
don't know, you just acquire lah. You don't know.
Right.
It
But
take-
no, he kept saying Eris, and coincidentally enough, right, Eris, A-R-E-S,
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
Greek god of war, correct, right? So I can't tell if your Greek references are purpose or you're...
I tell you, I really honestly think it's just coincidence.
Right.
It's just really
meant
pure
to be.
coincidence.
right time, right place, came out with the thing.
Yeah.
And it just fits as well.
Yeah.
On that note, though, we have a song called Eris.
Yeah.
Oh
A long
shit!
time ago.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
okay.
a bloody long time ago. Old school.
Next one called Kratos, bro.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Kratos.
We have Kratos right here.
Ooh.
Kratos off season. He killed all the gods, now he just makan dulu.
Kratos off season, bro.
Kratos.
Well, COVID lah.
COVID lah, cannot fight the gods also, you know, just fucking
I
chill.
just-
Safe distancing, bro.
Yeah, we have. Fuck. You know, I wanna. CB Dogs, these guys were. They one of the OGs around for making music and of doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They didn't care about anything. They say whatever the fuck they want to say. Sadly, they disbanded, but doesn't mean you guys can't listen to them. So, what I got for you guys today is the song by CB Dogs, obviously entitled Lepak. Lepak, you like one
Lepak
part?
only.
So, Check it out. Lepak by CB Dogs.
Nothing to do today, so I go downstairs and buy some lemonade. Nothing to do today, so I sit on the couch and masturbate. Lepak. Lepak. Nothing to do today, so I go downstairs, buy one red. Nothing to do today, so I call a girl, suck my Uber. Lepak. 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 Lepak.
Boom! Lepak by CB Dogs. Fucking love that shit. Jeevan, hit me up, bro.
Oh, hit you.
I mean, not literally hit me up,
Jab
but-
crawl.
You try and
No,
fucking with
no,
your
no,
thoughts.
no, no, just kidding. Please, please. I want to go back home with a perfect face, okay?
It's not perfect to begin with, so you know, don't flatter yourself.
Yeah, okay, it's cool. Hit you up with a question?
Then what you want?
Okay, fine. Alright, so guys, I know I'm staring at 3 dudes right now, but let's face the fact, that was not always the case, right? From what I know, you guys initially started out with an all-female band that went by different name, right? And right now I'm looking at 3 guys with a totally different name. So explain to me, like, shed a bit more light. How did you go from how do you go from an all-female band
Yeah.
with a different name
Yep.
to a male band with a different name? How did that happen, man?
Oh, I started out. The old band name was called All That's Left.
Right. That was neat. That was what I was trying to pull up my
All
I was
That's
left.
So
Yeah.
It was like 5 females in the band, and then but slowly, one person, can't commit anymore, so they call in a new person, and that person turned out to be me. So I was the first one in. Yeah, but I was playing bass that time, not drums yet. And then like all other bands, there was always multiple lineup changes and so on. So when the drummer spot was empty, I wanted to play drums because I was heavily influenced by the arcade, at that time. Yeah, that's how I started, man.
I thought it was an Indian thing, like you're under the block just
man. Arcade, man. Like after school, we go there.
Bro, you sure not Indian, bro? You sure?
Maybe a bit.
Do you like
maybe.
Shivas? 12 years?
So and then at one point we needed a vocalist, and then we used to hit up this website called Audio Reload. I'm not sure if it's still on now.
I think it's still on.
Still on?
I think so, but it's not much activity there.
Right,
Yeah,
so
now
it's like the
there's all
LinkedIn
social
for
media
musicians,
and
lah.
So it's just like soft.com.sg, and you find your musicians and all that.
Yeah.
And we got him. So he's our vocalist from then, and then so 2 dudes, slowly but surely, eventually. All the girls left lah. Why they left? No.
Why did the girls leave?
Why they leave?
What do y'all do to poor
Shit,
lady?
now that you mentioned it, now got me thinking.
I feel like there's a story here that needs to be told, but you're not telling it.
No, it's like we don't know the truth, but
You sure you don't know the truth?
no, the thing that comes
I don't know
at
the
the
truth.
top of my head is like,
Hashtag gender equality, is it? What is the answer?
it's like, were we too ugly? Maybe they like one by one they left. I don't know, bro.
Alright.
I really don't know why they left, but
Oh well.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But now this is all that's left lah.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone has made that joke a lot of times.
but it's
I had.
It's always
yeah. Yeah. So that's how it evolved over the years. Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of interesting. Like, if I may just like go back to that initial starting point, right? So when the moment that you guys were an all-female band to what you guys are today, right?
Yeah.
Does the change reflect the style of music as well? Like, from the moment you were crew, from the moment that you guys had all the mixed bag, right, to what you guys are today, how has your music changed from that to this?
I mean, I didn't know the band All That's Left per se, each of the members, but from what I understand and remembered was they started off playing punk rock, right? They,
A bit of emo, screamo at that point.
yeah,
you know?
and then when they called me in, they was already playing like Avenged Sevenfold and Killswitch Engage. as well.
Killswitch Engage is
yeah,
the
bro,
old
that
band,
was the
man.
start of it all.
Yeah, that was the start of it all.
And then like we just want something heavier.
Yeah, like I mentioned, like with each new band member coming in, they brought their own
Slowly
influence.
transition,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we had a dude who was into like Napalm Death, was
Yeah
into
lah.
like Cannibal Corpse, you know,
Vital
Royal.
Remains.
Yeah, Vital Remains, all that stuff. So like because of the change of lineup, I guess it's a good thing in a sense that it also opens up different avenues in terms of music, in terms of different bands, and I guess along the way we change up our style, we mix it up. Yeah.
Right.
So it was a transition, basically from screamo punk to Avenged Sevenfold, and then boom, now
Yeah.
this is what we have.
This is why like
Right,
we
right.
found,
Alright,
we found it.
You found a sweet spot,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Alright.
Because I think like people have this understanding that their perspective of a band is what they get on the album cover, what they get from the albums and all that, right? But there's just so much that goes on behind the scenes, that there's this growth, there's this journey that you guys embark on, that fans don't often get to see a side of. They don't actually get to see that creative process that you guys are part of, how much you guys expend. So it's very fascinating that for once you guys get to shed light on that, you know, from where you are to, you know.
I mean, they can be a struggle too, lah, because
That means
like,
it's not like a very linear journey. It's ups and it's downs. Yeah.
even for the person on the receiving end, the consumers, right? Like, because if we've been putting out this type of music, but then all of a sudden if you want to change to a new type of music, they might not like it too. Yeah, so that's also a struggle in itself, like if you want to change something. Yeah.
Frog in boiling water theory. Slowly change that shit.
Right. Dante could be wrong.
Too deep shit though.
Yeah, it's true though. They won't realize it until like 10 years later, like, this was not what I started out listening, but I fucking love this shit.
That's true actually, because when I was starting off in the music scene itself, it's like I always view people, those guys wearing all black metal t-shirts. I was like, oh gosh, these people are gonna kill me one day. And that's actually part of the reason why I pick up Muay Thai, man.
You'll never know, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like when you go inside the mosh pit and all, it's like you don't want to be swinging your hands into the wrong guy, and then suddenly the guy beat you up on the spot.
So how many people have you beat up in the mosh pit?
None, bro. None. I'm good. I'm a nice guy.
Oh, of course.
Right. I'm a nice guy too, which is why I'm still single, lah. But yeah, okay, moving on.
Yes, moving on. Thank you so much, Jeevan. You know, where do you guys see the underground scene in Singapore in 5 to 10 years? Like, where do you see this going?
Where do we see this going?
I'd say it's quite hard to tell as of this COVID happened. Yeah, so 5 to 10. Hard to tell.
I mean, like if anything were to happen, I think if anything good, like probably I guess in the next probably 2 years, I guess. I mean, it really depends on how this pandemic is gonna, die down.
No, if it will even die down.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
Right. I mean, like that in itself, it's a question that we don't really have an answer to. But if let's say, on a positive side, if let's say everything goes well, like I mean, within like 5-10 years, I hope there'll be a resurgence in the underground music industry. I mean, the purpose of this whole podcast is basically to expose all those underground music. So hopefully, with them being able to share with the help of social media, they would get that push that they need. Like for us, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Facebook back then, and MySpace. We only had MySpace basically. If you remember those.
Yeah, MySpace is old school, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm the Tumblr era, yeah.
small kid.
Boy, yeah. So it's like apart from, and we were not really that media savvy back then. It's like we just played shows almost every week, And to us, it's like back then we play shows. It's like, we play shows with our friends, we enjoy ourselves, and then slowly that's where you build up that. For us, maybe for me personally, it's more stage confidence, you know, and then like build up the band's name as well. So it's a bit hard to say where we're gonna be at in like 5 to 10 years, but hopefully, hopefully we would have some organizers, you know, get back start organizing shows once everything goes well.
I think if it's not for COVID, like it will really thrive.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
like, you know, everything is so like a lot of the kids can do a lot of things nowadays, you know, like they want to record music, they can record by themselves.
Yeah, now it's
they
fucking
don't
easy,
have
man.
to pay hundreds for studio time or thousands of studio time and money, you know. So, you know, they can create their own content and they are more willing to risk by you know, experimenting their sounds, putting new things into their music. Well, last time most bands would just play safe, like, you know, we just want this organic sound and just want to be metal. But now like people are more open and they're more
open to
willing to
experimenting.
try.
I guess technology has helped somewhat.
Definitely. I would say definitely.
So in the next 5-10 years, wow, I don't know what these younger bands will do. They will thrive. I'm
Hopefully
sure.
all good lah.
Hopefully
things will
Yeah,
change.
hopefully they don't fuck it up.
COVID-23, bro.
Wow, chiba your mouth.
touch it.
Talking about your mouth. Let's give them what you do best.
All right.
Let's bringing Ask Jeeves right now, bro. So you know,
Putting you on the spot. Okay. Ask Jeeves. All right. So, what does the priest say when he wants to get rid of insects in his church?
What does the priest
Say when he wants to get rid of insects.
Insects or incest?
Insects.
So you're gonna be clear. You're gonna be clear.
Insects. Right.
I don't.
Let us pray.
Let us pray.
So anyway, moving on.
So moving on. So what's
Oh my god.
Okay, wait, hang on.
I don't get it.
Let us pray.
And now you know who's the slow one.
Dude.
I'm always
Okay, next one is a bit darker, okay? It's a bit darker.
Can be darker than you.
Oh, it's about to be. What do you call an Indian who has an epilepsy? Who is epileptic
Oh
fit?
shit! I think I'm gonna like this one.
Yep.
Welcome to the last episode of Wayvy Grayvy.
I don't know, bro.
If this is the last episode, you know I love you guys. No, but technically can't go be Indian. We can make fun.
Okay,
of
we
it.
can. It's my race. You guys want to answer?
I don't dare to answer.
man. It's not my
Very
realm.
politically correct.
That's the right answer. The answer is a chocolate shake.
Oh, bastards!
I just won't be seeing you guys anytime soon after this.
Next time we see a group of Indians hammering him, we know why. Really shaking
Yo,
you up,
outside,
bro.
then Clarky in the road outside, I kena hammer. You know why, bro?
I love my Indians, please. Peace.
Okay. Yeah, let's just take it down a notch.
Okay.
So my girlfriend left me because of my obsession with astrology. It tore us apart.
I can see why she left you.
Okay.
Keep that up.
Okay. So I admit. So let's go light joke. Let's go to a dark joke. Okay. This is the dark joke. Okay. I feel like this is kind of fucked up, but hear me out. Okay, hear me out.
It's the last episode of Wayvy Grayvy.
Why did the child cross the road?
I did child cross the road.
Why did the child cross the road?
to the other side.
Oh no, because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
I'm not supposed to be laughing this time.
And I made you laugh. So really, is dark humor really like bad humor? I don't think so.
No, it's just my level of humor. That's all.
Man.
Sad to say, I like that one. I like that joke.
Okay, one more. Here's a metal joke for you guys. This is something you can appreciate. What do you say when a heavy metal star dies? When like when a metal star dies. You know?
How can he die? Because rock never dies.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Is that the answer?
No.
Ah, shit.
Oh, well, rest in peace.
Oh. Oh man.
Chief, I think we have the same level of humor.
You see?
Yo.
It's like almost leveling up to like
Almost.
that joke.
That's why we sit so close to each other, bro. Like, you know, birds of the same feather flock together.
Correct.
Right.
And Daryl's just questioning like, why did I pick
Why
that?
did, why did I allow this?
He's questioning his life choices, bro.
I thought this podcast will last more than a year at least.
Yo.
It's been a good 6 months.
Okay, it was fun when it lasted. Good luck for your future shows, I guess.
So hopefully people haven't watched this part, and we're bringing in our Malaysian friends Kyoto Protocol with a song entitled Gimme Nothing. So check them out. Peace.
Sean, give it to me. This is the last chance, everybody. Last chance. This song is called I was about to say the title, but for the benefit of those who can't see, this song is called Gimme Nothing, alright? Topic from Red Ruby Avengers, everybody. Round of applause. I'm out of change. Was it you? You give me nothing. No, you give me nothing. Keep waking up before now. You give me nothing. You give me nothing. Sorry, you losses on my paper, but I got nothing. It's nothing, nothing. You are that bitch that I love most. You give me nothing. Give me nothing. Give me nothing. 5, 7, 9, 10. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. You guys have been awesome. We are Kyoto Protocol. You guys have been the best. Catch these men. Red Ruby Avengers. Nirga Hayu. Future Sound Asia. All the free drinks. And all your free life. Thank you, good night.
You guys have performed, I think alongside with We the Villains.
Yep.
I think they were on the show a few episodes back.
Yeah.
And so if you guys had a chance to perform collab with one band, could be any band out there, like which band would you wanna work with?
Guys.
It could be one band for you it's fine. Like which one would you want to release?
I mean, I don't have anything in particular.
Good enough for you guys are like perfect as it is.
No, the thing is, I think because after all these years, we've never collabed
Yeah.
with anyone. So anyone would be interesting. Particularly interesting would be non-metal groups.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think we had a chat about this like a couple of years ago, but then we didn't really take it to the next level of with regards to the band. So I mean, it'll be interesting, I guess.
What about like if you were collab with like a K-pop female band? Because
wow, if they even heard of us.
because you see, right, Wayvy Grayvy, how it's spelled, Wayvy,
Yeah.
Grayvy, because the regular spelling of Wavy Grayvy, the Wavy, already taken up by a Singaporean K-pop band called Wavy Grayvy.
Singaporean K-pop.
So
band.
if you go to YouTube and type Wavy Grayvy, you'll see a group of girls. You will not see this shit. So it's very hard to get people to go and fucking look for me on YouTube because of the spelling. You need to go type Wavy Grayvy, you spell this, and then you need to go to the option below. Did you mean Wavy Grayvy? Click on that, and then boom, all the colourful shit comes out. If not, Wavy Grayvy is a all-female K-pop band, Singaporean K-pop band.
and they would think it's you.
No, sorry.
Yeah, like, hey man,
That would be like, woo!
yeah, go check out my
Yeah,
podcast,
the
Wavy
skin
Grayvy.
colour.
You type in and see a bunch of like Korean girls start dancing, and it's like, okay, like close enough, I guess.
So would you collab with a K-pop band, like female or could be a male, but it's like K-pop? I wonder how K-pop could mix with it.
I would.
No, you think
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can perform, and you can have them dancing at the back, you know.
It'll still be a metal song, that's for sure. Not a K-pop song.
I think that's the closest y'all will get to baby metal lah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what's crazy? Like, I can foresee the evolution of metal. That at some
Yeah.
point, like 10, 20, 30 years on the road, right, K-pop and metal is gonna merge. And
man.
like,
I'll be
you
a
think
friend.
about it, like it's
That
just a
wouldn't be
matter of time.
evolution. That would be like de-evolution.
But it's like, so like here's the thing, like, so at one point of time, rap and metal were two different genres, right? And no one thought you can merge them.
Yeah.
And no one has done it until now.
Rage Against the Machine. No, like Rage Against the
Rage
Machine.
is
Yeah,
fine,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
know that's not really like your like some other bands who said rap metal, new metal.
New metal. But it's just like someday I prophesize that a K-pop metal band is gonna just.
And when that happens, I belanja you kopi kan. Wait long.
Okay. I hold you to the copy, bro.
Metal band.
I think before we even get from metal and K-pop, it has to be like the underground together with the mainstream.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see a metal band, perhaps like like a US metal band Whitechapel, for example, collabing with a mainstream artist like Ariana Grande. That would be like, what the fuck
I know
is
who will bring
this?
the
I'm
crowd,
gonna
that's for
check
sure.
it out. I'm gonna check it out. This either it's like oh my god, this is mind
I would
blowing,
wanna check that out.
or this will be like, oh, this is such a flop. So,
I would definitely wanna check it out.
But people will definitely check it out.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter if it's a flop or not. People just there to check it out. Like,
So, yeah.
what is it?
And then this afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was just afterward. So how about you guys and Sam Willows?
Yeah, so she thinks that.
How about that? You guys and them.
What? I mean, we're always open. Although I would think Young Raja would be a more interesting
right.
collab.
Don't forget to tag them in the video as well. So you see this segment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Raja,
yeah,
check this
Raja,
out. You might wanna work with them.
rap,
Get some
Right, right, right.
rage rap
Right,
out.
But if you can't find one thumbnail, you can always find this thumbnail.
Hey,
I'll
we
damn
ask
angry,
your
bro.
jokes in our song, bro.
Wait, I want to get this clear. He is the most Chinese Indian I know. Nothing Indian about him except skin color and name.
Hey, come on, man.
This guy is the most Chinese Indian. He's
Right,
more
right.
Chinese than some Chinese I know.
One of my friend calls me a Tan Wei Wei in the sense that is I'm like the most un-Indian Indian you will ever meet. You know, like everything about me is just like I don't
Exude.
right Indianness. You know, like
If you were on the phone, no one will ever think you Indian.
no, bro.
People will
That's
think
not-
you some Chinese guy trying to sell him insurance. Yeah.
Okay.
Then alright.
Insurance. Where do you go to insurance?
But you know, I like Jeeves. Jeeves is a nice guy. It's just that he shoots himself in the foot a lot of times.
I know. I dig my own grave.
You know, you guys have been around, like I said. Like, to me, you guys are veterans, and you know, you've done your thing. You stuck true to your craft. You know, like you did what you wanna do. You didn't falter. You had this goal. You had this team. You stuck to it. So like for a lot of young artists coming out these days, you know, with a lot of distractions, you know, because a lot of people these days, they try something, it doesn't work, fuck, they try something else.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things, I'm sure, when you were starting out, it didn't work, but fuck it, I want it this way. This is how our band is. You're stuck to it, and then now you are who you are. So any advice for those kids out starting, or these new bands, like what words of wisdom or hope could you just lay down on them?
I mean, it didn't come to us easily as well, to be honest. Like when I first started to scream and all, it was a lot of trial and error. There was a lot of times when we just first started, I started to scream. Next day, my voice is, you know, like there was a lot of trial and error to really perfect your craft. So I guess one is definitely perseverance. You got to really persevere, and you better like what you're doing. Yeah. So I guess those 2 points it's something that it's important. That you got to persevere. You got to really like what you're doing. Yeah, that's the only way for you to really, in terms of music wise, or in terms of life in general. You know, just persevere.
You got to like what you're doing, I guess. Yeah, that's a very important thing.
Yeah, just enjoy what you're doing, because I mean, because I enjoy what I'm doing, I got to know this bunch of guys, and then I enjoy their company as well, you know, the chemistry that we have. Yeah, it's a plus point as well, like do something that you like with the people that enjoy doing it with you, basically. For me, yeah.
Fair enough. I like that. You gotta like what you're doing.
Yeah, you just have to stay true to yourself, really. That's what I would tell people. I mean, we've played for many years, as you said, and we have friends who were growing up with us, you know, playing music as well over the years, but you know, they found other calling, like the clubbing scene was a thing, so everybody goes to clubs.
You don't tell me you got friends who became DJs,
The biking,
I see that on Baliza, I mean.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, like I listened to metal when I was like 13, 14, and I'm still listening to metal now that I'm like 30, in my 30s, you know, so just stay true, and if you like it, you will continue doing your craft, honing your craft. Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Like, so, you know, just so that's, you just gotta like what you do.
Yeah.
And also you gotta like who you do as well.
Then
you gotta get out of it.
Just walk into that one, you just had to.
But it's true. You like what you gotta like who you do. If you don't like, get out of that shit. Well, that's my relationship advice, but I'll get them on soon. But before you get to that, before this really becomes my life, not the episode. I'm bringing a song by a Singaporean band called Summations. Check out these guys. The song is titled Phoenix. Check this shit out. Peace. That was Summations with Phoenix, or some people would say Phonics.
Phonics rising, bro.
Fuck, man. You know, we're at the end of the show with one last question. The one I like to ask everyone, because, you know, if you don't like who you're doing, so
Let's lead.
let's get some relationship advice for the people out there. I mean, like, I know, happily married. I didn't ask about your status. Let's say he's happy. So, any relationship advice for people out there? Sheesh, this one.
Yes.
Somehow marriage in one word. Sheesh.
No.
You
don't.
So sorry. No. Happily married.
Can I sleep outside all day?
I would say is the same thing like I mentioned just now. It's perseverance and, in addition, patience as well.
And like who you doing? Sorry.
Yo.
Perseverance.
Guess I know who's sleeping in section tonight.
Patience very important, I think. Yes.
Extremely important. Yeah.
Because you're talking about two different individuals, two different needs. So you should have, I think, those two qualities lah.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be bumps here and there. So I guess the patience,
definitely.
perseverance has to be there.
Yeah.
All right. Then before we end the show, is there anything you gentlemen, because like some conference room like that,
Right.
Director over there.
Correct.
Anything you guys like to add? Anything
This is,
you would like to add?
No, I'm good. I'm
For once, you got nothing to say, Shit, that
I know. I didn't get your relationship advice, man. Like, you're married too, right? What's your perspective on this?
Oh wow! Put him in a spot.
How you dropped it on me? Thank you.
Okay, for those who don't know.
Put him in a spot, Jeeves. Fuck.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. You got
Eyes on you, bro.
I know, man.
Pick
Should
it
I
till you
go,
make
like,
it, bro.
politically correct.
Bro, you
or
are a
like-
smart man. I think you know what to say.
I think marriage should be a little bit like NS. And what I mean by that, sometimes somebody tells you to do push-up, you hate to do it. Alright? But at the back of your mind, you tell yourself,
Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right?
push-up is, it's training you, it's strengthening you. So through every shit, it is strengthening your relationship.
I have to.
Alright.
But one quick question: how many push-ups you gonna be doing tonight?
Dude, you want to work out, dude?
When you do the push-up, I think of him. He fucked you up.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I got a lot of answering.
Things are getting hot in here or what?
I caught any odds so hot, sir.
I thought Daryl's sleeping game was good, bro. Yours is better.
Yeah, fuck. Fucking big thanks to you guys for coming out.
No,
Fucking
appreciate it,
thank you.
appreciate it,
lovely
appreciate it,
session.
man.
Thank you, Wayvy
Every
Grayvy.
rich I seek, all the info is down in the description. Fucking angry ass, fucking deathcore, and look, fucking nice guys. Okay, Swan might be a bit more buff in time to come. I don't know.
Not as buff as any of these guys. All these guys
No,
are way
man,
buffer
no,
than
man.
me. than
So
us.
wow, it's been an awesome session. I'm gonna end with a song from the band itself entitled "The Average Man." So when I brought the song out, I told them, nothing average about the band, just the song "The Average Man," and then there's the song "Rage in Average." So
Right.
I see why they did there. So you guys keep it cool, keep it all wavy gravy. I love you, Daryl, Edmund, Oathbreaker Co, Jeevan, Jeeves, and every rich I seek. See you guys around. Peace.
Yeah, guys.
Peace.